is your First Alert 5 weather with Sam Schreier.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. We're going to get right into it. The clouds are starting to get a little puffy. It's a cumulus action building, which is a good sign for storm development. Later today, we are warm, but the humidity, it's not super munky, but you'll feel a little bit of it outside. And there's currently a boundary rocketing across El Paso County, Colorado Springs, and that could make things very active kind of spontaneously over the next 20-30 minutes. So we'll show you on radar what we're talking about. It might get real weird here in not too long. We've got a little darker skies at our Pueblo camera, 87 degrees, but all that billowing cloud development over the mountains, even coming up over town a little bit. The Algae report, quickly everything's low, but let's launch into the important stuff. Temperatures outside, absolutely we are warm enough for strong storm development. We've got temperatures actually in a pretty good spot in the 80s. A little bit more dense with the humidities. We're a little bit cooler out to the east, and we're throwing some of that over towards El Paso County. So dew points in the 60s are being pulled and pushed to the interstate. We actually pulled Colorado Springs dew point away from 47 and pushed it up closer to 52. And actually Monument Hill, northern El Paso County, is pretty humid for Colorado standards. All this means is you have a better chance of thunderstorms. What I like to say is a dew point of 50 or above for southern Colorado is a pretty good sign storms could be on the larger side. So here's something interesting. You can kind of see it on a wide view, but I might step off. There is a boundary moving through El Paso County right in and around Colorado Springs, and there is quite a bit of energy out there for storm potential. So what this may do, and it's a little hard to see it in the radar, but if I do zoom in a little bit more, can you see kind of moving towards Fountain, that line that essentially runs across the plain, moves right here? Where these combine, this might be enough to pop a pretty aggressive thunderstorm. But then again, there's also some storms coming back over the edge of the Front Range. When this moves over and hits that excess boundary, it might just essentially give everything a little bit more of a pop. So there's a lot to watch for here. And our future cast, it's not perfect, but it's not too bad. It knew that storm development over the next hour or two would be mostly over the mountains, but we're going to have to be real careful because between 1 to 2, that's if this boundary right now doesn't fire anything in the next 30 minutes, we're going to have storms coming out of Teller County. And this could easily be a strong to severe cell right through Colorado Springs. This current model run has that dead set over downtown. That could have hail, large hail, strong winds, heavy rain. We also then have more moisture following and chasing all of this storm. So a pretty good cell right towards Canyon City would open up, and right there, just outside of Canyon City, could be around Florence, Penrose, or in Canyon City itself. That is a strong, if not severe storm. And we run that right towards Pueblo, if not a little south. I don't think the models have as much to deal with south of Pueblo. There's not as much energy, but when these cells move east from the interstate, this is 6 o'clock, by the way, there is still so much potential and energy for heavy rain, large hail, and these cells will move all the way out towards El Paso, then Pueblo County, and then eventually Prowers County through the end of the evening. 7-day forecast for Colorado Springs. It's again 4 on the impact scale because large hail flooding is a possibility if things come together right. Of next 2 days, those storm chances will become a little bit more diminished, and the weekend looks drier, but we also get hotter this weekend. Pueblo, real warm today, but even warmer over the weekend, but we're drier this weekend. And remember, Pueblo, we could get severe weather today. Large hail, flooding is our concern. Canyon City, especially east, is where the storms are a little stronger, but we have to be careful today as we go through the storm forecast, a little weaker storms over the weekend. And Woodland Park, we very well could see a strong, maybe severe storm today. However, storm chances a little diminished over the weekend.